Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Godzilla figure review. I'm Creature Hunt Guy coming to you from Monster Island. And today I'm going to be taking a look at Movie Monster Series Fire Rodan. So let me just start off by saying that this is cool. I mean, okay, I'm going to say I'm a little bit biased on this because Rodan is one of my more favorite monsters, and this is one of my more favorite versions of Rodan. But I gotta say, I'm gonna be fair, and I'm gonna give him a good chance, and I'm gonna take a look at everything, and I'm gonna point out the bad points and everything, sure, but this thing is awesome. It's just perfect. It's great. There has been another version of Fire Rodan, which came from the Godzilla Island and the Toho Kaiju version. They're both the same, so I come to get it. But it was nothing like this. This is perfect. I mean, it's just like the one in the movie. And I'll get to that in a minute, but let's take a look at paint job right now. Okay, so let's just take a look at Fire Rodan here. The paint job is, I don't know if you can tell in this light very well, but it's actually a nice, deep, bright fire engine red. Especially you can take a look at the back of the wings right here. And, oh yeah, by the way, the tag. It is the new version tag, which is just front and back like that. Got a picture of Fire Rodan here, and a picture of Hayashi Godzilla right here. But anyway, on to paint. His beak up here is a sort of a charcoal black color, and along with his horns, which kind of turn red here at the back of his head. On the wings, you've got this sort of beige color down here, whereas up here near closer to the hands are black, and in the middle is this sort of fire engine red once again. Sort of off beige sort of color down the middle here, and then up to the neck. So overall color scheme, it's pretty. Actually, it's just about like what it was in the movie. The only thing missing is the veins that are on the wings that were in the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 movie. That was on the standard version, which there is a standard version of this figure, which I'll hopefully review sometime soon. But as for this version, the veins are absent, and the veins are absent on the other versions as well. But this is as close as it gets to how he actually looked in the movie as far as paint goes. Because the old version was a lighter bright red color and not as well detailed either. This has a lot more variation in color just all over, as you can see. And it's just a lot more pleasing to the eyes, I guess you could say. But yeah, this is definitely best in paint. Now, as for detail, well, if we can get a zoom in on here real quick, we'll take a look at the face. And as you can see, the face is pretty well sculpted. The eyes are very prominent, even down to the very wrinkles along the head and everything. And something else that is very cool, if you can get really close here, that the teeth, his little tiny sticky up teeth, they're actually individually sculpted, just barely, but you can see them there. This is quite awesome. He's got this awesome beak, which has got all these wrinkles in it and everything. It makes him look like he's snarling. Wrinkles all the way up to his head and beak and the back three crests. And right in there, you can take a look, and you can kind of bend up his mouth and just look at all that stuff in there. I mean, multitudes of detail coming out of his mouth. Well, yeah, but yes, very cool, very good on the detail of the face. As for the rest of him, just very good here on the front chest. All these spines sticking out of his chest here. On the back, you can see these spikes coming out of his back. Very well made there. Very well sculpted. Nothing seems to be just kind of sprayed on, like as you'll recall with the Movie Monster Series Gigan. The detail is all the thing about this figure is that the detail is all there. It is all individually done, and it doesn't seem to be just kind of, just sprayed on or put together kind of hastily. This figure, I can tell they actually went to the trouble with went to the trouble of actually making it look good. And that's always something. That's always a good sign whenever you're looking at a figure, especially when Bandai isn't concerned. Not that they make bad ones, just sometimes they get a little careless. And, you know, I mean, you can let them off by saying that, yeah, they've made good ones in the past, but sometimes they kind of forget. But then on to the feet here, which are very well. And the toenails and the fingernails, just everything all over is very good. Now, articulation. Well, his head can move just a little bit, and the legs can move all the way around, and the tail is so small it doesn't really matter. The wings don't really rotate so much as they just are there. Guess you could make them rotate a little, but I wouldn't try it. So yeah, this guy is awesome. Now, let's go to size comparison. The thing that is maybe a little bit disappointing is that he is kind of small. But in the movie Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, where in this Rodan actually appeared, he was a bit small compared to Godzilla, of course, but also he was just kind of a small monster, being some sort of a Pteranodon hybrid or something like that. So, therefore, the figure isn't going to be all that huge, especially. This is Godzilla 68 here, and as you can see, he is considerably smaller. But and you know, his overall mass body size is quite a bit smaller than Godzilla as a whole. The wings make up for it a bit, but since he's just so short, it really doesn't matter all that much. Now, Godzilla is a Showa monster. Let's just pair him up here with King Ghidorah, who is a Hayase monster. And this, of course, would be an unfair fight, but just to show you what he'd look like up next to a monster of the same general era, yeah, he's pretty small. But he's cool. He is awesome. I love Rodan. He's one of my most favorite monsters, and this version is my most favorite version of Rodan. So for me, it's the dream figure. It is awesome. Perfect. Perfect color, perfect sculpting, perfect everything. It is awesome. I'm giving this figure a 5/ marking. So, as for Fire Rodan, he is great. 5 slashes. As for pricing, I got this guy, which is the version that has the single tag. The version with the gatefold tag may be a bit more expensive, but it's the same figure, so whichever version you prefer. But I got this one off of Amazon, surprisingly, for about 24 bucks, plus shipping. But this guy is definitely worth any money you find him for. I would say don't spend too much for him, because as for the other 6-inch figures that are a bit rarer than this guy, you may want to save that back for something like King Caesar or Megara or Godzilla Jr. And those figures from the movie monster series tend to be a bit more expensive for whatever reason. This guy's fairly rare, this version, but I'd say you can maybe find it on Clawmark Toys or Amazon.com. So whichever way you can get him, definitely do get him, because he is so worth it. One of the best ones I've come across so far. So until next time, I'm Creature Hunt Guy, this is Fire Rodan, and I'm coming to you from Monster Island. See you next time.